Brittany, Broski. This was a whole thing. Brittany, Broski, and Tana controversy. Did people side with somebody? Whose side are the people on? In this
People's
one?
fan bases sided with their respective
Brittany, Broski on Theo
leaders,
Vaughn,
yeah.
like a bunch.
I was kind of surprised they.
Yeah.
I was kind of surprised they brought it up because it's like they didn't have to.
Yeah.
They didn't have to, but I feel like this is the beginning of a feud. I don't think Brittany Broski would ever get in a feud.
Hope not.
But if I was her, I'd be pissed.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because Tana's just like airing her out for no reason. Seems like to me.
She read the DMs.
Let me watch it. People don't know what
Yeah.
we're talking about. Yeah. All right.
And seeing Brittany Broski on Theo Vaughn, like a bunch.
yeah.
Like all those clips. And it was so funny.
So
she did
funny.
amazing. It was one of
Yeah.
my favorite episodes of Theo Vaughn ever. And I fucking, like, she's hilarious. I love her podcast. I texted her and I was like, I would actually fall over and die to have you on my podcast if you're ever feeling like doing charity, LOL.
I love the way you ask someone. Yeah,
And I set it up very much like you are so above this, but like if you ever wanted to come stoop down to the slums, we're
Totally.
here and we'd love to have you, Brittany.
Yeah.
Whatever. And she said, OMFG, you know I love you, but my fans would literally stab and grill me on a campfire if I did.
I think that's a little dramatic. I don't think they would care at all.
Yeah,
wrong?
that's I think the way that Tana articulates it is just like, why'd you have to say it like that?
I know that Brittany is like very concerned with brand friendliness. She wants to be like clean, mainstream. She basically wants to be everything I'm not.
Which is fine, yeah, but I feel like that could have been worded a bit nicer.
It doesn't, yeah. And at the same time, you can't take it too far. You know what I mean? This is the internet.
I think.
I
would
get brought up.
understand.
That's why this became a story,
Sure.
I guess, for us. You want to say something?
No. We're good.
Stab and grill me on a campfire.
And then I said, why? And she didn't answer me.
I see. I really love her. I think she's so funny, but that really bothered me. Actually,
I mean, that's literally, first of all, so rude just in general. Like,
I just
that was
think
true.
say you're busy. Like, say you're busy. Don't say like my fans all hate you, because like she has so many fans.
And
to say that like
Well, okay. If she says she's busy, she's not being honest, and then she's going to want to reschedule, and then you have to play this whole game of like, how do I deal with this? So she was honest. Saying you're busy is not better, in my opinion.
She could have said, I'm so sorry I have so much going on right now.
I guess. Could have got out of it.
Yeah.
Well,
But
is that true?
No.
We don't think that that's true. That Britney's general fan base hates Tana.
No, I don't think they would care. I'm not super familiar with her fan base, but when she was on our show, nobody was like mad. Everyone was happy.
I think it's the
At first, I'm not sure about that when Tana was first on.
No,
I was
not Tana. I
doing-
mean,
Brittany.
I mean
Oh,
Brittany.
Brittany.
Because I
Oh.
mean, I'm not. You know, has she done things worse than me, Tana?
I was looking at Canceled has a Reddit, and I was like reading through it, and what was it?
What was it?
I don't know, but Ethan's gonna need. You're gonna need your own.
Yes. It was that Britney's fans are very, very, very against James Charles.
Yes.
And so that
Oh.
would be a major. At least people on Reddit were speculating that
Well,
would be
listen,
a major factor.
I'm
and we're
with them
very
on
anti.
that. You know how I feel.
Yeah. Which I think is a compelling argument, honestly.
That's a good
but
point.
I still think that the way she said it was kind of mean.
But from
Well, we
Britney's-
don't know how she actually said it.
Yeah.
This is Tana's.
Right. Well, she was like reading, wasn't she?
Was she?
That's what I took it as. She was reading.
Was she
the
reading, or
DMs.
was it? Hold on, let me look again.
And seeing Brittany Broski on Theo Vaughn, like a bunch.
yeah.
Like all those clips. And it was so funny.
So
she did
funny.
amazing. It was one of
Yeah.
my
She
favorite
has nothing in
episodes
her
of Theo Vaughn
hands.
ever. And I fucking, like, she's hilarious. I love her podcast. I texted her and I was like, I would actually fall over and die to have you on my podcast if you're ever feeling like
Just reading.
From what? Her hands were just
Yeah,
empty.
she has a phone.
It's
Her
a
phone
car.
was leaning up against her knees, and now
So she's reading the text. Okay.
have you on my podcast if you're ever feeling like doing charity, LOL.
I love the way you ask someone. Yeah,
And
that's
I
cute.
set it up very much like you are so above this, but like if you ever wanted to come stoop down to the slums, we're
Totally.
here and we'd love to have you, Brittany.
Yeah.
Whatever. And she said, OMFG, you know I love you, but my fans would literally stab and grill me on a campfire if I did.
stab and grill me on a campfire.
And then I
mean,
said,
she's
why?
just joking around. Like, I don't really
Yeah.
care how she said it. Like, they seem to think that it was rude to put it like that, but I think
She is
that's
not
just Brittany
over.
joking around. or
Like, I
whatever.
don't think she's over.
But I think the more serious thrust of what she's saying is that my fans don't fuck with you and they would be mad at me if I went on your show. And I have no idea if that's true or not, but like if that's just BS. But I think the phrasing is just like her being hyperbolic.
She could have explained because I mean, you know what I mean?
Probably could have given a follow up to that, I suppose.
And she didn't answer me.
I like both of them though, so I mean, but Brittany
Sure.
is I mean, she's done no wrong.
Yeah, they both rock.
Yeah, I mean, we hate to see it.
Yeah.
You know what? They should both come on our show.
And squash.
Yeah,
the
right.
beat.
That's way too good to be true.
Yeah.
See,
Everyone
I
in that room
really
should
love her.
come.
I think she's so funny, but that
Yes.
really bothered me, actually.
I mean, that's literally, first of all, so rude just in general. Like,
I
if that
just
was
think,
true.
say you're busy. Like, say you're busy. Don't say, like, my
my
fans all
God.
hate you. Because, like, she has so many fans.
And I
To
thought-
say that, like, that entire group of people would stab and grill you on a campfire for associating with canceled is,
and
like,
which
crazy.
is, yeah, yikes.
Like, that, you're basically saying that many people, like, who look down on us and don't like us.
But at the same time, people have done this to me where it's like you invite someone on the show, you decline, and then they air it out. Like that's fucked up. If I was Brittany, I'd be pissed about this. Oh hell yeah. You know what I mean?
I think,
Yeah,
I
I
think they
think-
were. Go ahead, Queen.
No.
I insist.
Ugh. I think that they both have reasons to be upset with one another, I guess.
Yeah, it seems like Tana was just genuinely like she was hurt about
Yeah.
it, and she wasn't trying to expose her. But at the same time, Brittany, I feel like was trying to be upfront with her and just, not trying to be rude, but just telling her what it is. So.
So hard. This is tough, man. So
I
hard.
think there was some crossover, like, because I love
There
Brittany
for sure
Broski.
is crossover.
Like,
for sure.
And if you're like Theo is controversial, like I guess I just
Is Theo controversial?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He is?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Wait, what happened?
I mean,
Oh,
just
he's like on his
his
kinda
humor
his
in
He's a
general.
little- right-wingy.
right wing brain sometimes.
Right. I thought he was
Far
most
from the
palatable.
worst, and I mean the big thing with Theo is that unlike most of those right wing comics, he's really fucking funny.
Yeah, no, I like it.
So
Yeah, I like him.
he's able to skate around it a lot more easily.
He's-
But yeah, he's got some weird takes sometimes.
He's by far, in my opinion, the most palatable of all those.
Absolutely.
I
He is very funny. He really is.
No, he's hysterical.
He kind of makes fun of them, the other right wing comedians too, which I
The
appreciate.
Rogan heads. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, he has a beautiful mind. The way he just like makes shit up
Yeah.
that's so
Yes.
outrageous and funny.
Yes.
It's
So
Very, very
crazy.
funny dude.
makes me giggle like no other.
But he's controversial. Okay, I didn't know that. Like to the point where Britney's fans would be upset that she went on his show.
I think the James Charles thing, yes.
I'm talking about Theo.
Oh, Theo? No, because she did go on his show.
Yeah.
And
people
it
loved
was,
it.
yeah, it was great.
So
yeah.
yeah, that does kind of poke a hole in that theory.
She brings it up to me here.
A little bit.
I
Forget
was,
about my
Well, the
pat-
James Charles Association might.
yeah, when I was reading their sub, people in the comments kept being like, how can she not go on Canceled, but go on H3 and Theo Vaughn? So,
right.
like, we were the two, or those were the two.
We've got to be
examples.
worse than Theo.
Yeah.
No.
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 Okay, great.
Yeah.
No.
But then why does he have like 20 ads per episode?
Because he has a different audience.
Yeah.
I want 20
They
ads
don't
per episode.
fucking hate him.
Wait,
I'm
and
kidding.
what was the question? If you're worse than
More controversial, like
Than
brand
Theo?
safe.
Yeah, you're worse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
agree.
feel like I'm
Yeah,
more
no, for
talk.
sure.
My name is more baggage.
These days?
What?
Well, because I mean, the things that like people criticize Theo for are just
that he
just-
talks to conservatives.
It's just that's literally just bog standard conservative shit. It's like half the country thinks that.
And
you know
his
what
style
I mean?
of humor is a little more, loose,
Yeah, a little like
edgy.
edgy, exactly.
Yes. I don't know. I'm comfortable saying I like him. He's a
Me
nice
too.
guy.
I'm
and
not
very
saying
funny.
I don't, but
Yeah.
you asked why he's controversial.
Okay.
That's mainly why.
All right. Well, listen, we've been good for so long. Who could possibly say I'm controversial at this point? Like
With
for
the
real?
button,
Who?
It's helped.
You're a family man, for God's sake.
I'm a fucking family man.
You've been.
I'm hetero, cis, trad as fuck.
We are. Yeah, you're doing better.
Head or your.
It's just we were in a deep hole that you've been digging your way out of.
It's true.
We got a ways to go.
It's true. It's
But-
been like 2 years.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like the Dark Knight Rises.
Maybe.
Stay on this path, and in a few years it'll all be.
You left me in a
And then right when we get like one of our big sponsors back, I'll do the dumbest thing ever and just.
The day HelloFresh comes back.
Yep. I'll be like, man. Anyway, I love not. No, I'm kidding. Nazis. I was gonna say I don't. Obviously.
I think we understand.
Just to give you an idea. Although it'd probably have to be worse than that.
We gotta stop dissing the Nazis.
I just want my burrito back.
What would I say that could get it? I'm kidding.
Stop.
All right, let's keep watching.
We're almost out of time, by the way.
You know,
We're at
and I'm like, okay, like,
3:17.
But we always have had that kind of
Oh, wow, that was
relationship. But when I
fast.
see her, we have a lot of fun. But I know she doesn't want to be on the internet with me, and it like makes me feel like, you know what I mean? Like I'm like, oh, fuck, like
that gives me like a guy who doesn't want to be seen with you vibes. Like it just is like feels icky.
I'm not saying everyone has to do the fucking canceled podcast at all. This just reaffirms to me that is no matter how well the podcast is doing, or like Jelly Roll wants to come on, or like someone huge wants to come on, or like, you know what I mean? Like that there's always going to be so much of the influencer space who.
I mean, first of all, I feel like with all the peace and love in the world, Tana didn't have to do all this.
Probably didn't need to air it out publicly like that, no.
But at the same
Yeah.
time, I'm sure you can understand like her frustration with like no matter how far she goes, people are always gonna hold that shit against her.
Well, welcome to the club. Shit. You know what I mean?
It is
Your
called
podcast is called Canceled.
Right.
You know?
Kind of in the name.
We live by the sword and we die by the sword, Tana. You know? You can't have it both ways. Mm-hmm. It's what Mama taught me.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Yeah, somebody in the chat just pointed out Theo just had Tucker Carlson on recently.
Oh, I didn't know that. That's gross.
That's what I'm saying. Is like
Tucker-
It sucks because he seems like a good dude and he is very, very funny, but sometimes he
He
dips
had
his
Roseanne
toes
on.
into,
People I saw people
that world a
saying
little too much. Yeah.
Tucker is such a fucking ghoul.
Yeah, that's pretty like. Yeah, he sucks.